is a trading bot out there in the wild that is printing money all the time and already made more than 14 million, topping up sometimes at 36 million. And we can see exactly what they are doing. And we're going to dive into explain how. One of the beauty of the blockchain is you can see exactly what's happening and who is doing it. So here I can see all the bots that are working on Ethereum. I'm going to choose this one because that's the one we are going to study, as it's one of the most important one. And we can see here all the transaction they do. So to give you an analogy, it's like we all have this friend that when a girl add you on Instagram, he's going to add her as well. And maybe even before you see that she added you. So he's going to text her first. Well, those bots kind of do the same. So let's check few transactions, and I promise you what we will see, how to copy them, and what we will learn from them are going to blow your mind. So let's see first how they work and how you can understand, because once you understand this, I promise you, you will see some opportunities that you never saw before. And I saw one that was amazed by it. Let's take one of those transactions. We can see he got 14 million in tokens here, right? And he swapped some comp on Uniswap. Okay, so if I get the details of it, what did he swap with? We can see here that he swapped some Ethereum for some comp, another coin. And there's one thing that is pretty interesting, is here we can see all the details of what's going on. And that's quite interesting. However, I can't understand any of that, of those input. But before we dive in this, we're going to check, can we copy this bot now? Because I can see here the contract. That means if I understand this, I can understand how they work. And for that, I'm going to decompile the byte. There we go. This got translated in this. So it's a decompiler. It doesn't mean it's exactly the same code, but we can start to understand some parts. And honestly, I'm not a developer, so I don't understand all that, but I can see that they talk about gas. There's a lot of if else because they are all conditions. And what are those bots doing is they're working in two ways. One way is they are going to do arbitrage. They see the price at one place that is cheaper, they buy here and they sell where it's more expensive. And basically they're going to level the price like that on the market. For example, Toshi that we spoke about in a previous video that, by the way, went up since then, just saying, we can see here all the markets and the price is different on each market. So 24.84, and we can have it on Poloniex, for example, at 23.52. However, you can see that if you buy a lot from this coin, you're going to move the price. So just by buying 5K or 14K, you can move the price of more than 2%. That's crazy. So this is a really low liquidity coin that have a risk, but also high reward. And the second way they make money, those bots, actually there's three ways. So the second way will be what we call a sandwich attack. Basically, you try to place a transaction, but they go faster than you and they swipe your transaction. They take it for them and then they sell it back to you for more expensive. That's exactly the example that we gave at the beginning, where the guy is trying to steal the girl that was starting to talk to you. And that costs you sometimes. We all have this guy. And third way will be, of course, trading algorithm. So basically, they have few rules. They know if the coin is going to go up or it's going to go down, and they can plan on this. So most of the time when we are now on the crypto exchanges like this, on the primary market, finance, decentralized, the third way will be just algorithm. So for Ethereum and what's going on the blockchain here for those bots, so that on the DeFi, decentralized finance, it's a bit different because you can't really do shorting or in a different way. However, you can see them a lot betting on the growth of a coin. So they will buy early, then sell back, and they will do tons of transactions like this. And we're going to analyze those transactions. Now we will go in the juicy part, because on the blockchain, we can always see where there is a footprint or pattern. And on a lot of transactions, I saw that was transferred from this MEV bot that finished by 78C to Beaver Build. And BeaverBuild is another address that's have a lot of transactions, not much on the balance, but tons of transactions. So why? Why would they do that? Well, I checked who was BeaverBuild, and they are clearly trolling us. Be merging, be splurging, and by God, be searching. So, of course, I checked the Twitter. Oh, I didn't thought about checking their domain name here. Just old email. And we got this guy. Now, pay attention because you're going to see this image again. And they're just trolling, they're, searching for some beta test. So we know there's someone working on this in the back. And that's where now I will activate my Batman mode and I'm going on Arkham Intelligence. I put the contract that we have, the MEV. And now I know it's Symbolic Capital Partners who have this one. And who do we see? Oh, our little beaver here. So let's check what our beaver is doing. Our beaver is exchanging with tons of crypto, but there is two major inflow and outflow. From those guys, Banana Gun, Symbolic Partners, it goes here and a lot into Lido. I guess they're gonna stake those Ethereum. They make tons of money and then they stake it on those Lido. Interesting, right? So now, the cool thing is I can even check what is the profit and loss for this beaver guy. All right, the cumulative profit, so we get 50K, 30K. It's pretty good. It's interesting. And if I check the websites, all right, it's BeaverBuild and same, beaverbuild.org. That's what I love about crypto. We can have all this visualization. Imagine you were at a party, you saw a girl you like, or a guy you like, whatever you like. And then you can connect who is connected to who is sending the message to who. You can connect all the pieces and find the one that you were waiting for. And that's what happened here because I checked first, who is Banana Gun? Banana Gun is a sniping and selling bot on Ethereum with a cool logo. That means people automating their transactions. And I haven't used Banana Gun, but I talked about a token in the previous video that is planning to do just the same thing. So I'm like, there is something going on here. And we saw that we can't really replicate what are they doing with their bot because first it's really technical. You need a lot of capital and you need to be super good at coding. It's not even just technical, it's at coding of what's happening on the blockchain as you are going to try to make your order pass in front of other people and then have different model. But we learned two things. First, Beaver Capital and Banana Gun are some stuff to watch. But the second one was Symbolic Capital. And when we check their website, they focus on Web3, okay? Their portfolio is, we don't even need to present. So who they invest in before Polygon, Axie Infinity, Asta, I don't know, but like, if you check here, Phantom, 1inch, tons of projects have been massively successful. So of course, now they went down a bit, but still, I can see globally, like on most of them, that those are big success. And now I can see what they invest in now. And I guess that's where I will have to do some research now. Of course, if you want to do some research as well, send it to me because I think that's the major learning from this. So always be curious, click, see, sniper, same. What works in dating, works in investment. What works in investment, works in dating, works in business, works in... You can subscribe and watch this video that I was talking about the 3 coins that were really interesting that I would recommend to my grandma because there was Toshi in it. We saw Toshi and there's another one that I just briefly mentioned. So that's why you should watch it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will be here in the comment just answering with ChatGPT with my $5 VA from the Philippines. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.